one day thought it wise to turn on his ring light, sit down, and via direct statements, insinuations, and innuendos, allege that myself and my dad connived with some certain individuals to manipulate justice and bribe the EFCC. And adding that the reason I've done this is because I have a homosexual relationship with Bobrisky.
Personally, how did you feel?
How would anyone feel? It's horrible things to say. Absolutely no proof.
People ask me where I get all my energy from. From the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god. And you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokwe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to a brand new edition of Adeshokwe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture. And most times, I'm joined by a superstar one-on-one to have a deep conversation with them. As always, let's keep the subscriptions and likes going up. If you haven't subscribed before, please click the subscription button right now. The more our numbers go up, the bigger a platform will become to promote our own culture without waiting for others to do so. As always, this is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. Drink and stay energized. This is for us, by us. Go to energygod.com. And as always, iconicdistro.com for any information on distribution, music distribution, content marketing, global tech, content marketing, anything that has to do with distribution and marketing. Make sure you visit iconicdistro.com, and iconic with a K. Now, in the studio with me is a very special guest all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Without doubt, top 10 rapper out of the culture from Africa. Wherever you want to cut it, however you want to cut it, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, the continent, he stays representing and has been in the culture at the highest level for near enough a decade now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. The bad guys are in the building, by the way. Falz the bad guy! My brother.
Thank you very much, sir. That's quite an introduction.
Listen, we need to start talking that talk with regards to your pedigree in this rap game.
Very important. Very, very important. Because, sometimes when you don't talk the talk, only if a man is sorted.
Facts.
People might want to talk down on you.
Facts.
But yeah, let's talk that talk.
Absolutely.
Once in a while, it's important.
I was listening to your music like last week. Sometime I was just listening to the music back to back. The funny thing is, your last album, Bad Album, is actually one of my favorite pieces of work from you. So I think I was in the gym and I was playing the album and I was thinking to myself, do people, Shay, the bell's ringing, do people actually give this project the type of credit it deserves? Do you think people got that project the way it should have been received at the time?
I think it's very much slept on. That project is very, very, very much slept on. Maybe you hit them a bit too surprisingly,
because you showcased a different variety of talent.
Very different, But that's me. I mean, I always want to go like this and go like this and go like this, But I know, it's with music. As long as the music is timeless, music will always come back.
Absolutely.
It will always come back. So I know that there will be a time where they will now settle into it and be like, we slept on this, man.
I swear, man, because I was listening, I'm like, the Tiwa Savage collaboration, Chike collaboration, there's LAX, it just goes to different places. Young Willis on the production. It felt like, to me, listening to it again after a while and just enjoying it in the gym, it felt like it was a period where you created that body of work.
Definitely.
Maybe like a camp or something.
Definitely. It was a feeling, a space that I was in. And music captures feelings, music captures emotions, and I just wanted to capture that on that project, and that's why I called it Bad. Bad, like a reflection of me, obviously if I was the bad guy, but it's also bad in the sense of edgy, in the sense of sexy, in the sense of pushing the limits with the music. And I did a lot of singing, like you said, the Tiwa collab, the Chike collab. Bro, man, that album, like I said,
swear, bro.
People will come back around eventually.
It's been 2 years since the body of work.
Yeah.
And you've been quite consistent.
For sure.
I think 7 albums deep now, 7 projects deep now.
Yep, about that. Yep.
Why the space of 2 years without providing another body of work?
So this year I dropped an EP.
Yeah.
The last album was 2022.
Yep.
But in between that, there was a lot going on. Obviously, I'm always involved with a lot of activism work. 2023 was election year.
That was,
2023 was election year. There was a lot going on. Of course, when I soak myself in that space, it could be very consuming.
Yes.
It could be very draining, because obviously I get very passionate with it. I get soaked in, and that's I'll probably say 2023 was a lot of that, and that was probably what soaked, what I soaked myself in deepest. 2024, then of course this year, I came through with an EP titled Before the Feast.
Yeah. I actually wanted to speak to you about the activism when you get into it mentally. Being a creative who's also extremely you soak yourself deeply in the creative space as well, because when Falz is like a multifaceted guy. It's not just that you're dropping bars, lyrics, you're talking seriously, whatever. You're also kind of like embody a character. So there's so much going on when you're making music. What is it like when you're in that activism bag? Does it completely shut a door on the creative space where for now it's war? And I know management is going to be dying in the side thinking, God, we're losing bread right now.
It's crazy you say that, because there are a lot of things that that happen, a lot of things, opportunities that come that I shy away from, and to them it might be like, just say we not go take this. But for me, it's like, it doesn't align with me. It doesn't align with me and what I genuinely believe in, and especially my positioning as this person. If it doesn't align, then I'm not going to do it. Regardless of how much it looks like it's costing. That's just me and my the way I've decided to conduct my artistry. And at the end of the day, just to answer your question, when I get in there, it's not, to be honest, it's not really like I plan it. It's just based on compassion.
Something just sparks the fire.
As I'm feeling in the moment, whatever it is that's going on, I just express as I'm feeling in the moment. It's never really like pre-planned. It's never really like a thing of, I want to do this, like that. As with everything else, this one is more of, a compassionate reaction in the moment.
It's been 4 years since we had, the 20th of October 2020.
Yep.
I saw a post on your page reminding people of what took place at the time. 4 years down the line, how do you feel now about what went on then? People that were obviously lost, the whole situation.
Yeah.
Did it change anything? What do you feel like now?
It's tough, man. It's really tough to think about, because those events were very dark. That was a horribly dark day. And, of course, this week made it exactly 4 years. Of course, we'll never forget those people. We can never, ever forget those people. Those people laid down their lives for us. That's the meaning of bravery. They redefined patriotism for me.
Especially in Nigeria.
Bro, for all of Nigeria.
Facts.
In the face of what was the absolute worst. They weathered the storm. Those are my true heroes, if I'm going to be honest with you. So we'll never, ever forget them. We'll continue to remember them every single year. But I think what that entire movement meant and what that entire movement achieved is just that it showed us that it's very possible, And when I say it, is anything that we set our mind to, anything that we say that, na so it go be, bro, na so it go be. It's just for us to reach that resolve. And I feel like, of course, some people are going to be apprehensive. Some people are going to be skeptical. Other people are going to be scared. But this is a moment where we saw, a charge across board. Everyone all over the country. It wasn't just Lagos. It wasn't just Ibadan.
All over the world.
It was
bro.
all all over the world. Not even
Crazy.
just the nation.
Yeah.
So it was. If we really put our minds to it, and if we really come together and not allow this seed of discord be sown among us, because that's again what we saw in 2023. But we'll get back to that. If we don't allow that seed of discord be sown among us and we really come together, bro, there's no limit to what we can achieve. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from that.
Seed of discord it's a very powerful phrase there. And the reason I say that is even in recent times with the conversation that erupted with Very Dark Black Man. And first of all, a direct question to you will be, what do you think of his activism?
To be honest with you,
What do you think?
ideally, I probably would have said, I don't want to talk about it, but
You're one of the most intelligent people,
Yeah,
man.
no.
You can walk that tight line.
yeah, it's not an issue for
Yeah.
me. And also because there's been quite some misreporting going on.
Facts.
To answer your first question,
Yes.
what,
What do you think about his activism?
I don't know much of it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much of it. Prior to the first video where he mentioned me and my dad, I hadn't seen much of him. I hadn't seen
Yes.
what I had seen. What I remember seeing was, I think this was probably like a while ago. Some stuff about people that didn't have NAFDAC and they were selling
Yes.
bleaching products, and I
Which
thought,
was,
okay.
that was the beginning.
And
Yes.
At that time, when I saw some of those clips, I was like, okay, this person seems to be doing
Facts.
something right. This is a good cause.
Facts.
But aside that, I wouldn't lie to you. I really haven't seen much of his work.
Which can happen because social media algorithm takes people different ways.
Yeah. Now this person one day thought it wise to turn on his ring light, sit down, and via direct statements, insinuations, and innuendos, allege that myself and my dad connived with some certain individuals to manipulate justice and bribe the EFCC. And adding that the reason I've done this is because I have a homosexual relationship with Bobrisky. Going further to say that my posturing as an activist, everything is false.
Yeah. How did you feel about when that came out? Personally, how did you feel?
How would anyone feel? It's horrible things to say. Absolutely no proof. Why would you just come and allege all these things? You have absolutely nothing to support all these statements. And this is why I say, when we speak about seed of discord, just ordinary Nigerians, I think also need to be a lot more careful in jumping into conclusions and let's just look at things a bit more objectively, and somebody just coming up and alleging something shouldn't be the basis for which you draw your conclusion. What has this person shown to support this allegation? And what a lot of these people were now saying, why don't you face this? Okay, well, now, via my counsel, I wrote to the person that he's alleging or he's attributing all these statements to, and the person has denied that absolutely no money was paid to me or my dad for nothing. All these things are false, basically. So now you have to defend yourself because he who alleges must prove. I have gone to court for defamation of character because that's clearly what this is. Now, recently, it was reported that the court has ordered 500 million naira to be paid, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's false. The case of defamation is still very much in court. Yes, we have instituted proceedings for defamation because, of course, that is what this is. That is very much still ongoing. However, there's something called interim applications, which you can do while a substantive case is still ongoing, you can apply to the court for an injunction.
To hold on to something.
Because this defamation still subsists. This video I speak of is still very much on his page, on his pages. He has not taken them down.
And the application was for him to take those down.
So the ruling that the court, exactly, thank you very much. The ruling that the court gave was take this down and desist from any further defamatory remarks pending the determination of this substantive suit. That is what that is. That is what has been decided upon. Of course, in my defamation suit, I'm going to ask for damages because that is the only remedy available in a civil suit. I'll have you know that there's a criminal angle to defamation. I chose not to go that route.
So there is a criminal angle
There's
to
a criminal angle to defamation now. He could very well have been arrested. But this so-called oppressor narrative that they are peddling now, because now that's the narrative that, oh, me and my family want to oppress this guy because we have legal muscle. Come on, man. I know they find trouble, Baba. Yeah. You know, I know they find trouble, Baba. I dare my day. You set your ring light, begin to talk all this nonsense about me, and you expect me to sit down? I afforded this guy a phone conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to speak about
Seun Kuti is a mutual.
Yep.
I saw, when this thing first came out, I saw Seun Kuti saying on his Instagram live that he knew about it, something. So I called him. What's in with this, Baba? So Seun must have called him, and then he reached out to me. And on the phone, this guy was instantly defensive. From the, like, bro, try and listen. Like, what are you even already fighting about? And he said to me, what that mincing was, he said, Shebi, you are a lawyer, go to court. In my opinion, this person...
During the conversation to try to find common ground.
This person, in my opinion, wanted the litigation. Now, what he thinks that does for him, I do not know. I do not know what he thinks that does for him. I don't know if he thinks it will posture him as some sort of hero. But he clearly wanted the litigation. Without that conversation went. Because as soon as you posted this thing, I sent you the pre-action notice saying what you've posted is a load of bollocks, you know, absolutely false. I need you to take it down and offer an apology. Within a certain amount of time, what did he do? Nothing.
I thought I saw, first of all, apologies from Seun. And then I saw I believe I saw an apology from him too.
So Seun Kuti did his because of, you know, the things he said on his live, you know, but that's aside.
Yeah.
He didn't offer an apology. He said, and this was at the House of Assembly when he was invited to this panel, said a few words, you know, some people are taking advantage to tarnish the image of my dad. Absolutely did not mention my name. Has been dodging mentioning my name ever since I wrote to him. That same day, posted something on his Instagram story at Falz the bad guy. Oh, I wish say you day here to see what's in they happen for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Bro, what are you doing? This is not an apology. This defamatory publication still exists on your page. What are you doing? What is this? And you people are trying to peddle a narrative that I'm an oppressor? Are you people insane?
Your track record.
Bro,
definitely.
Go to my comment section now as we speak. Go to my comment section.
Negative?
Go to read comments. Bro, just go read comments by yourself.
Negative?
You will see where people dey. And this is the reason why a lot of people say things like, oh, Nigerians deserve what they get. I don't like to make statements like that because really and truly, nobody deserves the amount of fuckery that we go through, bro. Nobody does. But when you don't take your time to carefully assess scenarios and you jump on cheap manipulation tactics and you then spew negativity at somebody for absolutely no just cause, of course people are going to say stuff like that.
People buy into that. What about the audio that he had presumed to have played, which alleged that someone the other person was saying what they had
And
said.
that's why I'm saying that audio now has been denied by the person that he's alleging was the author. And bro, he who alleges must prove.
Must prove.
So he has a lawyer. His lawyer has been in contact. So I imagine his lawyer would have explained all these things to him. So since he really, really desperately wants litigation, the rest of the explanation will be done in court.
Now, I want to talk specifically about your dad, whose track record over decades has been nothing but fighting injustice, standing up for humanity, and standing in the face of oppression, even at the time when it's not profitable.
For over 40 years, bro.
Minimum.
For over 40 years.
Minimum.
So the disrespect, the disdain, it's appalling to say the least. To say the least. Every single thing my dad has stood for is sticking out his neck for the oppressed. Every single thing that he has stood for his entire life. So this level of disrespect, bro, I don't even know where to start from. And you think now he would want to profit of someone's misfortune at what cost? 10 million naira. It's laughable, man.
How can so there are two things apart from the legal, which has to be taken care of.
Must.
But I saw maybe one interview or two interviews with the iconic Mr. Falano, and I just felt as a Nigerian, how do we even begin to apologize to, so that someone whose whole life has been dedicated to ensuring that we survive, doesn't take it so personally that you almost look at your entire career and think, is it worth it sometimes, Because that's the one thing, when I saw Seun Kuti's apology, that was the energy I got from Seun, where he's saying, this is my uncle, this is somebody that basically stood in front of bullets.
Seun knows firsthand.
Yeah.
He knows firsthand.
Yeah.
The very first time, of course, I had known of, excuse me, of course, we had, mutual, admiration for each other prior to this day. But the very first day that we shared more than just a few words, the very first thing that Seun said to me was, bro, do you know that you are my brother? I was like, bro, okay, what do you mean? He said, I was opportuned to witness some things that your father did for my dad, even before you were born. And this was him just setting the tone for the kind of relationship that my father and, of course, Fela had, and the kind of journey that they went through legally and even beyond that. So Seun knows firsthand. So I'm not surprised that he then, did the video after to apologize. I'm not surprised at all. He knows firsthand. And I don't know if all these other, and that's why I say people need to, I don't know, maybe it's a thing of everybody just being angry at the situation of things. But that is no excuse for you to look around you and feel that at the slightest allegation, you turn on people that have laid down their everything for this cause. It's despicable, man.
I think, hopefully, he's very dark black man. Like you said, when he started with the NAFDAC situation, I think he's a definitely necessary point for Nigeria.
To be honest with you, when you asked me what do I think about his activism, I said to you, I honestly do not know. I would never directly try to put a man's work down. I don't know what work he's doing. I wouldn't try to put that down. And I do not expect him to be so desperately trying to rubbish my name, because that's what this is. So desperately he's doing that.
I think it's an opportunity for people, for all of us as human beings now, when we get engaged into conversations, to also learn how to have conversations without innuendos, without, putting a foot stop behind our conversation and saying whatever it is that we heard or saw is how it is, because, as you said, he who alleges must prove.
Simple.
You know, and that's a lesson that we all have to learn, especially in a space where the ultimate goal is to ensure that, you know, we fight for the same thing.
Yeah.
We want justice for the people.
Like I said earlier on, me, I know be wala person. I know they find trouble, but our people say something. Ọmọ tó ní pé ìyá ò ní sùn. Òun gangan ní fojú korun.
Which means this child that says the mother or parent is not going to sleep will definitely spend the whole night awake too.
So if you say that you want to find trouble, trouble is my work. Oh. Trouble is my work. If you say that that's what you are looking for, let's go.
Let's switch gears and talk about something that I'm super excited to talk about. You're currently in the UK on a mini tour of sorts, almost like a warm-up session of Falz. You're touching London the 27th of October. You're in Amsterdam the 25th of October. You're in Essen, Germany on the 1st of November. You're presumably in Berlin on the 2nd of November. You're going to Nottingham, going to Birmingham. You see, I'm excited. I memorized the dates. That's crazy.
I love that.
That means that I somehow feel like the live Falz that we've gotten from the beginning, we've missed that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Why did it take this long?
Yeah. It's been a while. I wouldn't lie. The last time I did a show here in the UK was maybe 2017.
It's been long, bro.
It's been long. This, was me realizing that and saying, come on, man, I have to make amends. It's very important to nurture your following. These people have been there for me, have supported me all through, this decade, also that we've been speaking about. So it's very important to always, from time to time, come and touch base, come and reconnect. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with this. Europe, I don't even think I've ever been on tour in Europe. Yeah,
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's very important to sort of, establish this connection.
And you're
this
one of
connection.
the musicians from Africa that I actually would scream to the entire Europe and the world to come see live. Because if, as amazing as you are in the studio, not taking away nothing from that, your stage performance is a completely different ball game. And I think we actually saw you before, some other acts from Afrobeats or our culture really started to display crazily on the stage. We saw you really get down on a different level, bro.
I appreciate that. And sometimes maybe like we were saying, sometimes it's
we need to talk that talk.
Your talk that
if
talk.
we don't talk it, because it's obvious now that the media and the fans sometimes they have a fuzzy type of memory.
Man.
We don't bring it out, so we need to bring it to the forefront. You were doing multi-million pound stages and performances that we have never seen before in our game.
Yeah, so I'm, performing for me is a completely different art, to recording. Recording and making music is one art, performing is a different art. So every single time I step on stage, for me, it has to be an experience. It has to be a journey. It has to be something. I have to hold you. I have to grab you. Your attention has to be captured. It's that important to me. And so every single rehearsal, every single time, I know that I'm getting ready to be on stage, that's at the back of my mind.
Absolutely.
So London and the rest of Europe that I will be visiting, know to expect something special.
No, I second that, man. You see a ticket out for Falz, one night with Falz, make sure you grab that. This year you had, different records. I love the one with Crayon. I think that record crazy, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
How many?
I love the record with Simi.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I went into a DMs. I'm like, I'm gonna need a project from that. I hate to say it, bro, but I'm gonna need 4 or 5.
Everyone is like, where's that chemistry part 2, man?
Trust me, I'm gonna need like 5 records because it's just so effortless the way you guys merge on a record. And I think even for Simi, she's at one of her most playful and creative spaces when she's doubling up with you on a record. Like it was great in the video, and you can hear it in the audio.
Yeah, I think we definitely, absolutely bring out the best in each other. It's just that connection, is just that chemistry that is just second to none. I'm always ready to make more music with her. We've spoken about the chemistry part too. We've spoken about that.
Need that. You know what I mean? We need that.
But let's see how it goes.
Absolutely. Now, and finally, you've also been acting. You've, bro, I don't know how you do it, man. Your acting bag is on. I believe that Jennifer's coming back.
That's right. This December 13, I believe it is. Jennifer, Everybody Loves Jennifer. That's the brand new movie. Hitting the cinemas everywhere. I believe it's going to come to cinemas in the UK as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What can we expect from that? From the movie and your role?
Yeah, it's. I mean, of course.
I'm already laughing, but I know, man, you're gonna come with that craziness.
We're laughing because we know that when you hear a Jennifer movie is coming, you know it's going to be absolute comedy. You know that, but even beyond that, there's a lot of heart to it. The story isn't just bland. It's not just, linear. It's not just slapstick. There's a lot of heart to it, And I really respect Funke Akindele, just with her productions and just even her work ethic, man.
Thanks.
And I always say this, she's such a hard worker. And it's so inspiring, just even working with her, just even being around her. She's someone that's very close to my heart, man. Yeah. So I'm very excited about this project. And I think everyone should be. Everybody Loves Jennifer this December. Stay tuned.
Any other roles for you that we should be looking forward to? Movie, anything like that coming soon?
Yeah, I want to do a lot more. I want to be a lot more dynamic with my roles. As we saw from the last movie I did before this, I think Brotherhood was my last movie, I believe.
That was the one.
It was the last, Navi.
Was that the one with where you guys were kind of like SAS type, or was that one?
Yes. I was a policeman, and Toby Bakre played.
Shout out to the production, man. That's actually looked
Jade,
amazing.
Jade Shibero, she's another powerhouse, man.
Incredible
in filmmaking. She does amazing work. That was a Jade film, and Brotherhood, I absolutely loved working on that. So I wanted that, like I said, diversify these roles and make them a bit more unexpected, like that, and even more different roles. I have a production company myself, House 21, and with House 21, what we're trying to do also is to make a lot of different movies, series, documentaries, just production in general that also breaks the norm, that's outside of the box. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to doing.
Finally, before you leave, this one just popped into my head. Both of us differently had been in the presence of who we had seen creatively as a great in P. Diddy. What are your thoughts about what we see and what he says about the music business internationally, and could there be elements of that back home too?
Oh man, it's horrible to see. It's horrible to see. This is someone that everybody, looked up to as an icon.
Facts.
An absolute, everyone looked up to as an absolute legend. Just seeing this, even that video that came up, the CCTV footage.
I can only watch it once.
So disturbing to see, man. So disturbing to see, and man, it's just horrible. Could
Afrobeats have an underbelly?
I mean, I believe in every industry there will be underbellies, in every industry, but I can't say for myself that I know these people loud as, that I can't speak on, but it's very possible, and just like this has come to light, the truth can never be hidden forever. It will always still come to light. Wherever it is, however it's happening, it will still come to light.
Finally, a word of advice to any musician, upcoming. How have you managed to keep yourself as Falz, keep the brand intact, stay away from the crazy vices? How would you advise? Because a lot of people just, fame hits you like a ton of bricks, and before you know it, you're acting like a different human being.
Yeah, man. Just try and stay grounded. Try and just be yourself. I know people always say that, but to be honest with you, that is the most important advice. You know, it's very important to lose yourself, especially when you start to get some level of acclaim, or you start to see something that seems like it's working for a lot of other people, and you also want to enter into that. But that might not even be you. Just important to keep your identity, be hardworking, be consistent. You know, I think these are some of the most important things, and just be disciplined as well, and you'll be able to maintain a good journey, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, One Night with Falz, London the 27th. We already have Amsterdam the 25th of October. We've got Essen on the 1st of November. We've got Berlin 2nd of November. Birmingham, what's the date for Birmingham?
Birmingham 9th.
9th of November.
Nottingham
8th of
November.
Oh, that's amazing, man. The incredible, what else? Manchester 16th.
Oh, it's confirmed?
November.
Oh, it's
Come on,
confirmed.
man. You know, the money man's in the building. Shout out to Aboki, the bash guy. He's picking up the calls as we speak. He's checked. Listen, he said the money's in the bag.
Oh, that's crazy.
The money's in the bag.
This is a brand new confirmation.
No, I'll be honest with you. Those are the cities.
Yeah.
Birmingham, Manchester is a must. Has to happen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nottingham. I'm super excited that everybody's going to have the opportunity to enjoy Falz this close. Go get your tickets. We'll be out there. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the bad guy, Falz.
Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate you, my brother, for always pulling through. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. Now, big shout out to you for always supporting the culture, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
this.
Your talent
Appreciate this.
different.
Appreciate
I'll be
this.
honest, bro.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
talent is different.
The Afrobeats Podcast.
Right.